Welcome Pisces and happy November. Now my other channel, Brothers of the Sword Productions, has another video out, and it actually is about the Sword Brothers. And I do a complete translation of their seal that has never been done before. And I connect it to Oak Island and the Knights Templar. Now it's a long video, but if you follow along with the details, there's quite a message there. You have a good reading, a real positive reading. There's going to be some changes and some things going on. Now the rune that you received is Othala. This is the kind of thing where you can't take value to the bank. This is the last letter of their alphabet. It has to do with nobility, legacies, passing things along, inheritance. It's about culture and ancestral lands. All the things from antiquated times through all of your family lineage. They think this word comes from an old High German word, opal, which means noble. Has to do with distinguished, superior, admirable, impressive, imposing. This is about acquiring things that are greater than ourselves, being part of something. And it's kind of funny because the Minchiati card that you received is ether. And ether is the glue that binds the universe together, binds people together, binds everything together. It's a medium. It's above the spiritual. This is about your higher self, this reading is. I always think of ether as that dark matter that the scientists say that is 80% of our universe, but we can't see it or even detect it. We detect it indirectly. Because ether is the top rung. And then there's wands for spirit, cups for emotions, swords for intellect, and then there's pentacles for earth. To get to ether, you have to run the gauntlet of these other four elements. Now the overall energy cards are so pleasant. You receive the Three of Cups and the Ace of Wands. You know, the Ace of Wands came up. This is what, the 8th, 9th reading that I've done? And the Ace of Wands has come up at least half of the time. You know, it's kind of funny how the conscious collective is going through a lot of the same things. And I think since these summer eclipses, we're just now regaining some traction, starting some new things, getting some new ideas moving around. The Ace of Wands is promising you a new beginning for enterprises. And even some risk-taking. This is about taking those baby steps to make a chain of events happen. The dominoes are going to fall. You have ideas and you're going to move on with them. It's time to get a grip on the wand. Take advantage of what it's offering and the opportunities. There's some commitment to some projects that are coming up. You know, this is going to be a lot of willpower. But if you stick with it, it's saying there with the Three of Cups that you'll be celebrating. Usually the Three of Cups says that there's going to be a shared accomplishment and a reason to celebrate. This is also an ascension card. You know, finding your higher self. But of course there's going to be some speed bumps along the way because the cards on the left, for what you know, you receive the Tower and the Strength card. The Strength card is always saying that it's time to fear no more. Have some courage. A lot of people go way out of their way to avoid fear, and it brings in more fear. It just is exponential. And it's saying with the Tower there that there's going to be some changes in circumstances. You know, things aren't going to stay apropos. And that's okay. The Tower is a neutral card. It's really up to you which way it falls, and a lot of times it really is time to call things out of your life. Make some changes. Because the cards in the center of the reading for what is or can be yours is the Ten of Wands and Temperance. Now you've been carrying a heavy load. Too much. Too much of a heavy load. You're looking for emotional, uplifting things with the Three of Cups up above there. But you're going to have to find a happy medium here because you have the Temperance card. Maybe you've been doing too much of something, too much work, drugs, booze, anything. It's time to find a balance with things, and with you being a water sign, it's saying here too that you're going to have to find a balance with your relationships. There's a lot of heavy duty things going on this month. We had Venus going back into Libra and then swerving back into Scorpio. And there's a lot of passion, a lot of intensity going on. And finally, with it retrograde, it's going to go direct on November 16th. And with some of the signs, I had a feeling that this November 16th was a really pivotal time, that you're going to be moving more direct after the 16th. And I think that's what the Ace of Wands is saying too. Now the cards for yourself or self-awareness, you receive the Two of Wands and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is right down your alley. It's intuition, synchronicity, things coming in at the right time, right place. And the Two of Wands is the card about planning, putting things in order, making sure you're ready to go forward. It's saying here not to start to be prepared. It's saying to be prepared for some changes because you have the Tower back there and the Ace of Wands up above for the overall energy card. There's going to be some signs that are going to tell you how to be prepared, and that's what the High Priestess's job is here. She's going to have some signposts that saying, go this way, don't go that way. And you're going to have to read them. It's like being in Europe or in another country. You don't read the language. But you're going to actually see its content and its guise and what it is saying to you. Now the future cards agree with you going on a new promise of a new beginning, because the first card that you received is a Fool. Well, it is time to embark on new things. A lot of times this is about self-discovery, experiencing new things in your life and assimilating them. You've already done that, been there, done that kind of thing back there with the Ten of Wands, and had a lot of strength throughout all of this. If you could temper yourself and find a balance, you're going to have some prosperity because the Sun card is up above the Fool card. This is saying enlightenment and clarity. It's connected to the Ether card. Oh yeah, there's going to be prosperity. The sun shines a light on anywhere you draw your attention to. Now you have two Leo cards. You have the Strength card, that's a major arcana, and you have the Sun card too. They're connected here, that you're going to have this courage and strength to go through some of the speed bumps that the Tower card is putting you through. It's just typical that it happens in life like that. I just had that yesterday. My computer wasn't working. I was having problems with the tooth. And by late that day, everything was back to normal again. I couldn't believe it. It was like a miracle. Now you got the Six of Pentacles there, and there's another warning there to keep things in balance. This is balancing give and take. Don't give too much and not have people reciprocate for you. Don't take too much and not reciprocate for other people. If you do without desire. Don't expect payback. Now you have the Knight of Cups there, the emotional knight, offering a cup of opportunity. He wants love and peace, not war. He's one of the few in the court that doesn't want to fight. He says, Monsieur, no, I do not want to fight even though I love your wife. Now he's about departures, arrivals, and reunions. And the Three of Cups can also be a reunion card too, so maybe you're getting back together with somebody. Now with Venus retrograde, it's definitely saying that old past people from your old life might walk into your life in the present, or here it's in your future cards. So maybe you're going to be revisited by somebody from a long time ago. Maybe you should look to see where your South Node is and see what it's saying to you in your birth chart about what's happening right now with your passions and where your direction of love is going. Now you have the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is saying that there is going to be some sacrifices involved in acquiring this abundance, enlightenment, and wisdom. You're going to have to learn your lesson way back there with the Strength card in the Tower. And at the end, it's going to be happy because you have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card about security, stability. I call it the retirement card because you're feeling kind of smug and feeling good about things. There's amiable relationships between people, and family and friends. And 10 is the number of endings and new beginnings. Looks like you're going to have some people and new relationships or a new perspective in your relationships coming up here in November. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.